Good evening, fellow Nigerians from across the globe. I am George Onibe, and a very quick one this evening. I want us to look at the message I simply titled, How We Became Igbo in the Eyes of the Aniioma State Creation. This is a message that is more of a revelational insight, a message that will enable those of you who can think to begin to think. It is going to come in two forms. One is how we become Igbo, and the other is to reveal to you some agenda behind the Aniioma State creation. It is said, according to Bruce Lee, that he is not afraid of a man who learned 5,000 kick differently, but rather he is afraid of that man who learned 5,000 kick but the same style. I don't know if I present it well. There are people who want to learn kickboxing. They will learn different type of kicking up to 5,000 times, and so they have or they know or they have kicked people 5 times different ways. He says he's not afraid of them. But you see that man who has been kicking the same pattern, the same mode 5 times, he say, I'm scared of that kind of person. And this could be further reviewed to like looking at situation. If you take a picture, for instance, and you look at the picture from the normal perspective, you will see the real face in that picture. But the moment you begin to zoom this picture, it becomes blurring. You will not see clearly again. And so those of you who are from Aniioma or considered supposed Igbo, who are looking at this issue from a zoom perspective, believe me, you will never understand what is going on. You will never. But those of us who are looking at it from the right perspective, from the right position, we have seen what most of you will not be able to visage for a very long time. And if by providence of grace, we are able to see tomorrow before it comes, why should we keep quiet? Because nobody seems to understand. Because nobody seems to pay attention. No, our duty is not to make you pay attention. Our duty is not to beg you to focus on what is to come. Our duty is to let you know what is to come. There is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Whatever you do with the path is left for you. Now, let us look at the creation of Aniioma State quickly. We have been clamoring for the creation of Aniioma State. You tell this to Obi of Agbo, Obi Kabwikusie. Though the Omo of Okpanam, Dunku, is gone. And the last time we had this discussion, she told me that for 87 years, our people have been trying to harmonize the agreement in this creation of Aniioma State. She told me we have not agreed. And that means there is a difference between Okwa and a man perspective of Aniioma. There is a difference between a car man perspective of Aniioma. And there is a great difference between Osimili and Ndokwa perspective of Aniioma. And I told the Omo of Okpanam, the late Omo of Okpanam of blessed memory, I said, but we are into this. She gently, like a mother, responded to me and said, have you considered how your king will view it? Just try and hear his own perspective. Which means, even the Anyocha people know that Agbo people will not subscribe, or it looks like Agbo people are the main reason why Aniioma has not been harmonized. But this having been said, the issue of Aniioma began to linger. Let us say we are hypocritically calling for the creation of Aniioma State, all to no avail. But then from the blues, Igbo people start to canvass for us to have Aniioma. It is these same Igbo people that canvass for us to have Midwestern region. These Igbo people canvass for Denis Osadebe. These Igbo people are behind the scene, manipulating us even 1,000 years before we get there. But most of you are not seeing it. You are looking at it from the Zoom perspectives. Ned Nwoko is busy telling us that when Aniioma is created, Igbo people can support us. Tell Obi of Agbo that Ned Nwoko, as a Anyocha man or Osimili man, has little or no regard for Eka people. It will dawn on them sooner than expected. Today, they are on political jamboree trying to create Aniioma State and give it to the southeast. But this is the area I'm even paying attention to that place. Number one, Ned Nwoku started canvassing for the creation of Aniioma State by asking the National Assembly to please create the Aniioma State to compensate Igbo people, to compensate the Southeast. And all of a sudden, Igbo people begin to champion it. Igbo people for a very long time have been clamoring for more states in the Southeast, despite the fact that they know that only Edo and Delta is bigger than the entire 5 states of the Southeast. Go and find out anyway. But yet, because they feed their Wazobia, they must have equivalent states like the Yoruba and the Hausa. And today, Tinubu is about to grant their wish. So Igbo people will have additional 6 states coupled to the existing 5 to make it 11. The moment that was cited in the proposed bill amendment, Igbo people stopped talking about Aniioma creation. But Ned Nwoku has taken a move that will not drown his people, but it will drown you. If you are a Okwane person, listen to me. If you are a Ika person, listen to me. It will drown you. Now they are clamoring on the 4th and 5th of next month. It will have public hearing in Akwa Ibom. They are not calling creation of Southeast now to compensate Igbo. And we don't know the fate of Southeast people when eventually come. But this is the truth. Igbo people have taken over the land of Anyocha and Osimiri people. All they want to do is to see, deliver, and document the life of these people. Nothing more, nothing less. And creation of Aniioma State to the Southeast will give them that edge. But Abo people, my Okwane people, you people have been sleeping for a very long time. Not very politically active, but we know the game. I have said it before that when Agbo became a colonial district, there was nothing like Anambra, there was nothing like Oka, there was nothing like Igbo. Not to talk of Asaba. But how Asaba became capital of Delta State, we know it is politics, influenced by Ibrahim Babangida. Because somewhere along the line, he has to compensate the people, the relative of his wife, considering what happened in Asaba massacre. But we let it slide. And now they are pushing for the creation of Aniioma. The Obi of Agbo is not aware of the game. Okwane people are not fully aware of the game. Aniioma creation is just another project like Biafra agitation. Know this and have peace. If they finally succeed to create this Aniioma state, mark my word, I am happy a lot of our people has known already. Eka people will become minority inside that Aniioma. By proxy, you people will suffer. Eka and Oshimili people, you people will suffer. There are things I'm not trying to say. I'm trying to keep it down first. In Aniioma, there are only 2 Aborigine people, more older than the Igbo people. But if I say it, it makes me sound like Igbo man. But you see Okwane people, you see Eka people. This your pattern of pretending you don't know what you are saying. Our children will suffer for it. And so I am telling you that any Aniioma state created by Ned Nwoku, it's a slavery for Eka people and Okwane people. Ndokwa people and Okwane people. Igbo people will help them to destroy you completely. These Igbo politicians of Biafra, they will help them destroy you people completely. We know where they did their plan. We know what they are trying to do. We know where they are heading to. Obi of Agbo is busy following Ned Nwoku to every meeting that they want to create Aniioma state. Yes, welcome development. Obi Afezomo is very old now. Maybe he would have been on the same motto with them. Where were you people? Where Asaba was made capital. Have we become so irrelevant? Have we become so useless? Because Igbo people have a way of doing their thing. But they will say, don't say it, don't say it. Don't say it so that you will not offend anybody. But they are doing us and they don't care whether they offend us or they don't offend us. Why is it that Igbo people are the one carrying the creation of Aniioma state in their head? My advice for you, my fellow Eka people, if you cannot disassociate from the creation of Aniioma state, and then I can only tell you to pay attention to what is to come. I can only tell you to begin to be very careful, be very wary of what is to come. It is simply Igbo agenda. And there is no difference between the Igbo agenda of Biafra and the creation of Aniioma state. And now, let us go to the other side. Each time we talk, they tell you we answer Igbo name, we speak Igbo language, and all that bullshit, they know how to talk. But let me tell you how we became Igbo. It is because of the Catholic Church. When the Catholic Church came, they did not come with just the message of Jesus Christ. They were slave masters. You cannot forget that The first slave ship that arrived Africa, the name of that ship was Jesus Christ. And so it was a tool to permanently, philosophically re-engineer our thoughts, our mindset, disarming us completely from being able to fight back. And so when religion was introduced, we need to allow them to slap us on the other cheek. Don't revenge your enemy. We need to love our enemy as ourselves. We need to love those who hate us and pray for those who persecute us. We know all these things. But behind the gimmick of religion, we saw the truth. And so the issue of Christianity is not to be questioned. But it all began that some group of slaves were mobilized by Samuel Ajayi Crowther, who became the forerunners of the Catholic Church in Nigeria. And if you are listening to me, go to any Catholic church in any location in Nigeria, you will discover that Igbo people control 99.9% of the Catholic Church. And I listened to my brother Ibite when he talks about a cultural genocide. And so the British introduced cultural genocide through the Catholic Church. Till today, all the Catholic Church in Aniioma land, in Igbo land, in Eka land, they use Igbo people to do mass for us. But we have Igbo people that are priests. Why can't they conduct mass for us in Igbo? But you know, like the English they did to us, they use the Igbo to replicate the same pattern. And so today, when you as a Catholic member, you go to the church after Holy Communion and confirmation and baptism, they will give you baptismal name. It is through this baptismal name in the early hours of our life, we begin to answer Igbo name. Just like we answer Peter, Paul, Gabriel, and other biblical names. The only language we were used to taught in the church, Catholic Church, was Igbo language. Because the bunch of slaves mobilized by Samuel Ajayi Crowther became the ones in the Catholic Church, majority of them. And so by the time you want to take your baptismal name, they give you Igbo name. It was not much an issue because we were not afraid. It's all about God. But now you have been able to see where it is leading us to. They now say we are Igbo people. Let me digress a little bit. If you are Igbo man, I want you to look back at your father. Your father before now, about 3-4 father before now. You will see we never answered Igbo name. And you should ask yourself question. How are we now answering Igbo name? That some idiot, one of criminal element will come and tell you that you are Igbo. And by the time you say you are not Igbo, you are fighting for Aniioma creation with Igbo people. You have not seen the marginalization you have not dreamt of. And so when you look at our fathers, forefathers before now, you will see their name is like something, sounds something like Baleki. I'm sure most of you have heard about Baleki. Isede. I'm sure most of you have heard about Isede. Mariri. I'm sure most of you have heard about Mariri. Igumbo. I'm sure most of you have heard about the Igumbo family. Utiku. I'm sure most of you have heard about the Utik family. I can go on and on and on, mentioning the name of our ancestors, Ebiwe, and the rest of them. Uvie, Baina, all these things are not Igbo name. But by Christianity, introduced to us by Samuel Ajayi Crowther, through Igbo people, the bunch of slaves, some of them now call themselves Igbo Biafra. They are the one in the Catholic Church. I know they will not like it. But if they believe I am lying, let them allow the Catholic Church in Igbo to conduct mass in Igbo language. Or don't we have our own language? In our dialect, let us assume it's Igbo dialect. Even in Ikwere land, let them conduct Catholic service in Ikwere language now. Or does it mean there is no Ikwere priest? I know many of them. I know Reverend Father Christy Uwanyango. I know so many Ikwere priests. What is holding you people from conducting service in the name, in your dialect? They will not, because Igbo people will vote against you right there in your community and in your church. This is the house of God. This is the house of God. And in case you don't know, the Catholic Church is a tool that is supporting genocide, cultural genocide in our land. And those of you who are in a Catholic Church, understand this and have peace. And now, with all these things we have already known, how do you think the creation of Aniioma will be? It is obvious they have wounded Asaba people. They have taken over Asaba land. Asaba of Asaba is aware. But they say if you can't beat them, you join them. Those of them in Anyocha and Osimiri, they are very confused people. They don't even know what they want. And the Igbo people want to use them to infiltrate Okwane people and Eka people. And they are very close. But if we have to stay on the last line of defense to make sure this does not happen, to save the remaining survival original people of Aniocha and Okwano from this quest of Nnedi, the better for all of us. Don't let anybody deceive you. Aniioma state creation is like Biafra agitation. And Biafra agitation, undoubtedly, you already know, is obedient movement. They come in different patterns, but they are the same people. There are a lot of things we are going to tell you in the coming days. But I will tell you, Eka people and Okwani people, most especially these two tribes, what will happen to you in the creation of Aniioma? You have not started it. Igbo people will use Osimiri and Aniocha to mesmerize you. Mark my word. Because Aniocha and Osimiri are developing soft spot for Igbo people already. This is about survival. This is not about sentiments. Let them create whatever they want to create and leave us where we belong. It will be better for us to even become slave in the hand of Urubu and Ishekiri than to become slave in the hand of Igbo people. Because we will never have a voice to speak. I know you will not understand it because maybe I'm not able to present my message very well. The target in this thing is once they destroy Okwane people, they call them Ndokwana, Ndokwane, and once they destroy them, Igbo people will use Osimiri and Aniocha, they will destroy all of us. Most of them are developing cold feet already. Now the only achievement is to give us to Igbo people. We were thinking it's about politics, but we now know it is not about politics. I am calling you Aniioma people, if truly you value or you know where you come from. I have made a broadcast. We are not all from the same descendant, and we must respect this. In Aniioma, we have Yoruba descendants, Olukumi people. I publish about 7 communities that answer the Igbo name because of Catholic Church, but they still retain their Yoruba language. In between Osimiri and Aniocha, Igbo people who want our land, they were going to work very hard to get that. We have Igala descendants. We have the Ijo descendant, most of which you can find around Okwane Aziz. We have the Benin descendants. And all these things having been said, there are only 2 original people, and that is Eka people and Okwane people. The only aborigine, I repeat again, the rest people are supposed to be our children. But Igbo people who know how to follow backyard are following backyard. Most Igbo people don't know what is going on. These ones under umbrella of Biafra, they have been kicking Nigerians from the same pattern, and we should be scared of them. Being scared of them or being afraid of them does not mean we have anything to lose, because it is inbuilt. The same way you wake up and you get hungry. When your body, your brain sense danger, there is a part of your body that will activate fear. That fear is what enables you to survive. That fear is what enables you to mount up resistance for whatever challenge that waits for you. All you need to do is to master that fear. And so we have stopped living in the prison of fear as far as I remember. It is this fear that makes us to stand our ground, to develop this defense mechanism. If they pull with this Aniioma creation, a lot of things will go wrong. The government of the day will not understand. But the life of Aniioma people, including Igbo people, will never be the same again. Because what Igbo people have in mind, for us, they will enjoy it temporarily. That thing they have in mind for Ikwere people, for the supposed sub-Igbo group, they will enjoy it partially. But that downfall will awaken our people to their true consciousness, and after which everybody will know the truth. Now don't let anybody deceive you. Igbo people should focus on their 5 states. Ebonyi people are revolting now. They are calling Ebonyi people now Aboki, and Ebonyi people have accepted to become Aboki. What are these people looking for? Why can't they allow us to exist peacefully in one Nigeria? And I'm sure by the time things begin to go the way you did not plan it, they will tell you it's Nigeria that is your problem. They will blame it on other people. But Igbo people get sense. Nnedi Aniioma state, if he pull through, know that it is a Biafra agitation. Know that the next generation of your people, they are gone. Because the speed they will use backyard through Aniocha and Osimiri to enter you, you will not survive. Because those people are in their claws already. They are in their grasp already. They have held them down already. And they are getting close to Eka more than they are getting close to Okwane. This is where I will bring it to an end. I'm going to continue to repeat it until that very day. Because these people are like monkey. They get hold of one branch, they go for another. If you think that it's your love they care for, and then you lie. And then if you think it is hatred that drives us, and then you have not really known us. I will go to the comment section, take some insult, and then we'll continue. I see Chukwuemeka George, that should be Agbo man. It's my brother by the spelling of that Chukwuemeka, because that is not how Igbo people spell their own. Good evening from here. We are not Igbo, we are Aniioma people. Yes, Nwebon, I know this truth. But Ned Nwoko does not even know what he's doing alongside with Senator Mbata. They don't know what they are doing. They are looking at the financial benefit of this journey. When Nigeria was created, Igbo people made this mistake. But now that they are not benefiting from Nigeria the way they plan to put Nigeria in their armpit, they are lamenting everywhere. But unfortunately, they want to do the same thing that they are crying to us. And then I see different Blackie. Happy Sunday, different Blackie. Happy Sunday. I greet you. And then I see, Arise TV say, ride on my brother. Aniioma state creation from Ned Nwoko is a scam. Of course, our people must know. Ned Nwoko will think that they are using us. Where is Dennis Osadebe? The influence of these Igbo Biafra people in the life of Dennis Osadebe was one of the reasons our region, Midwestern region, came to untimely death. Squash. I see, who are they? Whether are they insulting people? Because I know there are a lot of insulting people of Nankano. I see Olusoga. I greet you, Olusoga. I see Chief. That is Igbo man. He say Fulani people control all the mosque. And Chief, after this broadcast, I will make a post for you because Igbo people are becoming Muslims now, preaching Islam in Igbo language. So that thing you people are planning to do to other people, it will come to your doorstep. But the reason I pity all of you is that you are creating enemy for yourself. You are not in good terms with Yoruba. You are not in good terms with Hausa. You are trying to romance Hausa now, thinking you will remove Tinubu. You are not in good terms with South. And now you are coming to pick our own one after the other to use them against the rest of us. But so Chief Nwokede, Oliver, at the end of the day, what you people are looking for, it's just that our people are who they are. They behave the way they behave based on our value. Not until it gets soured, they don't consider it. And I'm telling you to back off. Leave us alone. But you are doing gra. You know it. Most intelligent tribe. By the time you begin to receive it, we know what you will do. Nigeria is killing us. They are Fulanizing us. Fulani is this one. Look at what you are saying. Fulani controls the mosque. Is that why Igbo people, you should control the Catholic Church? Then if Fulani control the mosque, Igbo people control the Catholic Church. Then Yoruba control the Pentecostal Church. And who is deceiving who here? Is that what you want to tell us? It was part of the agenda from the imperialists from onset. So why are we there? Why are we there? Why are we there? Maybe we will join Fulani in the mosque. Because that is how it's going to be. Because they look as if they are more sincere than Igbo people. You say there are Christian, Muslim, Jewish tradition people in Yoruba land. Yes, because they are more mature than Igbo people. Have you seen Yoruba crying that they want to Christianize them or Fulanize them? Or Islamize them according to Nnamdi Kanu and your kind? You are the one who is doing that to other people. Through Catholic Church, bunch of Igbo slaves that was colonized by Samuel Ajayi Crowther for the British people. Draw us to Jesus Christ. And now we'll start answering Igbo name by baptism. And you come and mock us that we are Igbo people. You are not even stopping at your stupidity. You are making frantic effort to take over our land, our life. But believe me, we are waiting for you. We are waiting for you. It will not end as you think it will be. And then you have Chris Gold. They say, why are you angry about Igbo people? You should be ashamed of yourself, Chris Gold. Because if it is anger about Igbo people that drives me, we will be on a different terms. My concern is Igbo Biafra people. And in most cases, I drag all the Igbo people because all of you are benefiting from the blood money. All of you are benefiting from it. Nobody is shying away from it. Anambra people will tell you that Ebonyi people are criminal, Ebonyi people do this, Ebonyi people do that. And you call these people Igbo with what you people Anambra are doing to Ebonyi people. And you think you can come and do us the same way? Without people like us, your supposed Igbo people will put all the blame of known gunmen on the head of Ebonyi state people. They were to be the scapegoat. Why are you not complaining about the atrocity going on in your Igbo land? Why do you want to bring the mess to us? Have you seen Igbo people coming to claim you? Have you seen us taking what belongs to you and said it's our own? Have we tried to rub shoulder with you so that we be relevant? Why can't you people stay on your space? Why are you people looking for what's not looking for you people? So you should be ashamed, Chris Good. But then my concern is my people who allow your kind to deceive them. You say you are once agitating for Biafra and now you are talking against Igbo. You have two mouths. How can people now believe you? Yes, Chris Good. That is the more reason they have to believe me. Because in Biafra agitation, I caught their secrets. My people will say, In Biafra agitation, I knew that they were simply expansionists. They are not looking for any Biafra. All they are looking for is how to topple the situated authority of Nigeria. They want to go back to Aso Rock. They want to be like Abu Yorunsi imposing decree. They want to become the Jagaban. And that will never happen for a very long time. So Chris Gold, when I discovered that they were fighting to take the land of my ancestors, Chris Gold, I regretted my action till tomorrow morning. Let me enlighten you a little bit, Chris Gold. Each time we were doing Biafra, they will tell you Igodomigodo is Biafra, Benin is Biafra, Aniioma is Biafra, Ikwere is Biafra. All these people are mentioned. Okwane is Biafra. All these are descendants from the ancient empire. Most of them, I should say. And now we Benin people, we Igodomigodo people, we Ishan people, some of us even till tomorrow morning are foolishly and ignorantly shouting, it's Igodomigodo, it's Biafra land. Invariably, it belongs to Igbo land. The last time I checked, I never heard about Igbo empire. I have never heard even about Yoruba empire. Yes, the Hausa people used to have the Zamfara empire, but not Hausa was mentioned. But there was Benin empire. Deal with it. And the Biafra, was never Igbo people. It run across Cameroon and in fact across more than 4 to 5 countries in Africa. So why is your kind claiming it? And so in Biafra agitation, I knew the truth. Go and ask Nayanwodo. The very statement the world leader of Ohaneze Ndigbo Women Wind made in her premises in Enugu. When I introduced myself as an Abo, she used Igbo dialect to register her displeasure quickly, a very elderly woman, and said, Ndi Abo, I was a Kwandi Igbo. We lost our way. So Igodomigodo is not Biafra land. Agbo is not Biafra land. Because those areas, the last time I checked, used to belong to the ancient Benin Empire. Why don't you deal with it? Now that I know the truth, you still want me to begin to shout, my father compound belongs to Igbo people. I am proudly Igbo. Because when I say my father compound belongs to you people, you are happy. You will give me a like on Facebook. You will deceive the next generation of my people. I'm very sorry for you. Chief and Chris Good, two of una too small. Make una bring more social media warrior. But our people are hearing the truth already. As I'm talking to you, they are in different platforms now. They are registering their displeasure. Different WhatsApp group. As I'm talking to you, call won't finish this thing. So if you think you people will have our way, be rest assured, we will not allow any of you to sell the next generation of our people. Igbo people leave Aniioma people alone. Leave Ikwere people alone. Leave the sub-Igbo group alone. Leave us alone. All this your manipulation is not going anywhere. It will not go anywhere. He say you are so intelligent person and you are my Igbo brother. Stop this you are doing. No, I am not intelligent. I am illiterate. I am a drunkard. I am a gogoro man. And believe me, under our watch, nobody will sell the next generation of our people. I'm a stupid man. Let that serve better. Drop insult here. Because you people do all these things to distract us, to discredit us, and tell us that, oh, you are Igbo, you are Igbo. We are not Igbo. We are Igbo people. We are Okwane people. We are Ikwere people. Aniioma people, beware of Nwoku Aniioma state creation. Look at his reasons. His reasons are useless. I'm going to copy out some of the submission from Aniioma people, from Eka people, the original, the Aborigine people, regarding this Aniioma state creation. And it will shock most of you that Nwoku, at his capacity, is not even paying attention to those areas. But you see, we already know the truth. I will leave it at this for the moment. Like I said, it's just a two-way message. You now know how we started answering Igbo names, supposedly. You now know what Aniioma state creation is all about. It will enable Igbo people to take over all the land they have been dreaming of. The same way they took over Ikwere land. When Ikwere was under the eastern region of Nigeria, Igbo people, Juku to be precise, took over all their land. They were selling land in Port Harcourt, allocating the land to themselves. And by the time it backfired because of the war, the original owners of Rivers State begin to take their land back. That is when you hear of abandoned property. Today, when they talk about the story of abandoned property, they want to tell you Ikwere people took Igbo land, Ikwere people took Igbo land. But we have not talked about the part where Ojukwu and Agu Yorusi were allocating Ikwere land, Ijaw land to themselves. You are not talking about it. Ojukwu used to own Buikam. Who sold that land to Ojukwu? Or have you not heard about the NDDC building in Waterland GRA Port Harcourt? They wrote on top of it, Harodapa. That land belonged to Harodapa's family. Was it not Abacha who took it, gave it to himself? This were the way Igbo people allocated Ikwere land to themselves during those era. And when it backfired, they lost everything. And this thing you people are doing, trying to take over Asaba land, and Asaba people are sleeping. This thing you people are doing, trying to take Oshimili land, trying to infiltrate Abo and Okwane, and you think we are sleeping, it will backfire. But believe me, if you people don't stop, it will not be as you people plan it. So you can continue insulting me, you can continue saying what you like. I still remain George Onibe, and I'm from Abo, and I'm not Igbo man.